welcome to another video, and I'm happy to say it stopped raining. So we're out in the garden. It's not to say it isn't going to rain, it does look a bit grey, but I'm making the most of it. So I found this little white pine, and as you can see, severe wiring, and I think it's just about ready for the wire to come off. I've left it on to encourage a little bit of extra growth and to give it character. You see, it's probably been left a little bit too long, but it adds so much character. It's a good trick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the wire best I can and put some more wire around here, just in this first section, because this hasn't cut in, so it doesn't look right. It won't look right. You'll have a nice gnarly effect from probably this point all the way up and around, but quite smooth down here. So I want to encourage the same growth pattern. So we'll whip the wire off best we can and clean it out and see where we're at. Spoke too soon, started to rain, so I've come in the kitchen, which isn't an issue. We'll just carry on. Right, sorry, yeah, that was my neighbour at the door. He was asking if I wanted to go for a bike ride. I laughed because of the rain. Anyway, yeah, where were we? So I thought, as I'm in here, we'll carry on. I was gonna mention, when you're pulling wire out, it's really hard to do one-handed. When you're removing wire, just pull it directly away from the contact point. So if you look in there, pull it directly away from it, because what you don't want to do is start ripping more tissue either side of the wire. It's quite hard. There we go. So you just directly pull it out. Get in around here. It's really hard one-handed. I need a film crew. So anyway, you get the idea. What you don't want to be doing is damaging these areas. Okay, right, I'll carry on. Right, all cleaned up. Removed the sacrificial branches. They were all on it, well, just to encourage the growth. So there was two at the front, one large one, and one on the back, which I haven't put any wound sealant on because I think it will naturally heal. And there was a one underneath somewhere. Sorry, I'm being attacked by the cat. Anyway, nukes. So I've left a lot of foliage on top. You see how much by the size of my hand. So 2 of these are sacrificial because we want to continue as much energy going through that trunk in the growing season, to continue to fatten it up and heal it. So this one, that's sacrificial, and obviously the top, so then we rely on these lower ones. But yeah, all in all, it's pretty good. It's turned out quite well. This is a grafted parviflora. It is grafted. So by doing this wiring trick, you can hide the graft. You can blend the graft. You'd never know. You'd never know it was grafted. So it's a good technique. It's a shame about that very uniformed area there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it next summer and see what it looks like. I'm not going to wire the bottom because I've had a poke around in the roots, and this side the roots are too low. So effectively, if I put the wire soil level and restrict it and do the same technique, what will happen is the trunk will swell out, but the roots will be further under. And what you want is root flare, not trunk flare. So that will be something that I'll tackle when I repot it. I'll have to dig down and have a look. And if I do wire it, then obviously I'll have to make sure I wire it under the roots and over the roots. But that's a different technique altogether. It's quite difficult, and also very difficult to remove later on because you can only do it when you repot. But yeah, that's the basic technique. Yeah, I think it would look quite nice when it's done. I mean, this, I've only had it a year. This is 1 year that it's done this. So if you ever do anything like this, make sure you leave all these other branches on, because that's what really encourages the growth and fattens it, which then obviously leads to the wire cutting in. So yeah, we'll leave this one now out in the garden. What I might do is I might insulate it, because of the amount of rain we've had as well. I might keep it in a drier area, because the roots aren't doing a lot now, and I don't want them to be sat in water. And they do suffer with the cold, the white pines. I'm not sure, I mean, I've got a Nagishi, which is already a bonsai, but I've never really risked it and left it out in the cold. What I cheat, what I do, I've got a big old oil burner boiler outside, and it's probably 1 meter square on top of the metal casing, and anything that I find that's vulnerable in the winter, I just sit on top of the boiler, and it just keeps it above freezing. Yeah, but not everybody's got an exterior boiler, I appreciate that. But yeah, I think it's turned out alright, not bad for something that cost next to nothing. So yeah, thank you very much for watching.